So we are having a great time. The Henry Ford is amazing. If you have never been here, you really need to plan a trip. If you're in an RV, they have RV parking. I get asked that a lot. Um, and spend more than a day here. We're here for like 4 days. And we spent the whole day yesterday in Greenfield Village. We were there from the minute they opened the doors. They close at 5, the entire day, and we still didn't get to see everything. So we're going back on one of these days that we're here. What's nice about having a membership, we don't have to do a whole day, We don't feel like we have to. We can go in and out, in and out. We bought the one with the rides, the membership that includes unlimited rides. That was worth it. When I first got on the Model T, I wanted to go again. I wanted to ride every single one of their cars that they had. So, and it's like $12 a ticket. So that alone was worth the membership. Today, we're waiting over here for the Rouge tour. We're gonna go see the F-150 assembly line. I have a few pro tips about that. Go during the week, because these guys don't work on the weekends doing the assembly line, and you have a better chance of seeing activity on the assembly line if you go on the morning tours, because they work in the mornings. So it's a Monday. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm hoping that we get to see the trucks being built. We can't film or take pictures in there. And then after that tour, we're gonna go inside the museum. So this is the museum on this side. That's Greenfield Village. And then over there is Ford. There's this test track right there that they really have blocked off. You kind of have to be up higher to be able to see it. A bus picks you up in front of the Henry Ford. Once you arrive, you are treated to the inside look at the most iconic moments of American manufacturing history and Ford's Dearborn truck plant. On your own, you get to walk the Legacy Gallery and the electric vehicle display. You get to look back at the iconic vehicles manufactured at the Rouge complex. In addition, we had access to an observation deck, which had a great view of the Rouge complex. The best part of the tour was watching the assembly line for the Ford F-150. Watching the assembly line, you are on an elevated walkway and have the ability to look down and watch them assemble the trucks. It was amazing. Pictures and video were not allowed within the assembly area. So we just got back from the Ford factory tour. That was awesome. I highly recommend that you do that tour. It costs a little over $20, and it's a half-day thing. It's at least 3 hours. Picks up at the Henry Ford, and they drive you about 15 minutes from the Henry Ford on a nice, comfortable bus. It's accessible, so you can, if you're in a wheelchair, you can see the floor, the factory floor. Again, try to do the morning tour. You don't want to be there around noon because they all go to lunch. And again, do days. So, going into the Henry Ford for our first time. When we were kids, these were always at amusement parks. I remember getting a dolphin, my dad getting me a dolphin at Marine World in Long Beach, which doesn't exist anymore. I think it's the aquarium these days. But yeah, as Patrick was saying, this says everything about our childhood. Caution, drop of hot plastic may remain rolled upside down until cooled. Yeah.
That's the good old chemical revolution.
Well, you know that, if there's pressure and tanks, it's just really. So we're going to get the F-150 one, and then they have a Henry Ford one.
That's for the dashboard of your F-150. If you had a bobbly head, it'd be really cool, but
maybe they do. Mold-rama. Jacqueline and Jack were in the back, and then the governor and his wife were sitting here. So, and the governor was hurt too. He was shot also. People don't realize that.
what a big rear end. So, I mean, if you don't.
So some white walls. Look at those white walls.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Teddy Roosevelt's. So I believe this is the hall that they put Henry Ford's coffin in for showing. This one, the chauffeur sat in the back and drove the car. It's a Columbia. Look at those tires.
He's notorious for stealing cars.
Henry Ford built 2 separate facilities at this site. The Henry Ford Museum of Innovation, which is the indoor museum we have been touring. It was his intent to tell the story of America's technological progress. Next door is Greenfield Village, which is an outdoor village that shows the innovations in action. There's so many things to see and do at both facilities, we had to put them into 2 different videos. Make sure to check out our entire Detroit season.